Hey guys, and welcome to the next tutorial for ethical hacking and penetration testing. So in this tutorial, I'll be continuing where I left off previously. That means I'll be continuing with Kali Linux and at the enumeration part. So I'll just go ahead and finished. Okay, perfect. This is how it looks like once you log in. So I'll just go ahead and create a new virtual machine, which would be my Windows configuration. And let me just check if my Windows configuration is working perfectly fine. I'll just click ifconfig and I have already received an IP address, and let's see if my internet is still working. If that's working, that means still, or I could just go ahead and ping it to Google from over here, but never mind. So I'll just go to the official website and let's see if okay, I understand the risks, add exception. Okay, and it should work. I believe it's working. Okay, perfect. So it's getting loaded. So the internet is still working, I believe, and so I'll just go over here and cancel it, since as you can see the net is working. Make sure that you have selected the NAT translation, that's NAT, network address translation, else it will not work. So I'll just go over here and add another one. So new virtual machine. Okay, sorry, it should have been a new virtual machine, not a new window. Custom and next. And over here the same. So I'll be installing the Microsoft Windows 7 right now, which I have with me, and I'll keep it in the same place. Processes 2 and perfect. Next. And I'll be using a 768 MB of RAM because I won't be needing much of Windows 8, and most of my things will be over here itself. There's a reason. And I'll be using NAT itself. Next. And okay, next 60 GB. I won't be using 60 GB. I'll just be using my 20 gigs over here. And next, and save. Perfect. So I'll just go ahead and edit the virtual settings over here, and I'll be installing Windows 7. Browse, and I think it was on the desktop itself. And ISO all files. Okay, perfect. So I don't know whether these energy files will work. I doubt that, but let's go ahead and check if it works. It's actually an image file that I downloaded, converted from over. Okay, perfect, it's working. So I'll just go ahead and install this. So it's getting started. So by the time I'll just go over here, I'll just try to rename it to Kali Linux. Okay, and okay, let this get started. So I'll show you how Nmap looks like. So now I know that the IP address of my computer is 192.168.19.28. Now I need to gather information about my guest computer, and as of now, let's assume that it is I have a control of an operating system over here, but I don't know what other operating systems are there on the network. So what I would do, I would need to go ahead and scan the whole operating system, starting from 192.168.19.1 to 192.168 or whatever it is. So I'll just type nmap -sp 192.168.19.1 to 255. So what this piece of code would do is that it will go ahead and scan each and everything from 1 till 255. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and install this for the time being, and let's see if it's working perfectly. I'll just select the disk and let it get started. This is how you install a Windows operating system, just in case you're wondering. And I'll be installing the Windows 7 Ultimate activated for the 32-bit version. So yeah, perfect. And next, I accept. Next, and custom. Perfect. And by the time this gets installed, let's come back over here and I'll just full screen it. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So I'll just click on enter, and it will go ahead and scan all the information that I have over here. So as you can see, one of this must be my host operating system, and other one is obviously my Kali Linux itself. So as I know that 128 is the Kali Linux itself, and 1.2 is another VMware operating system. I don't know from where it got, but I believe that Windows has already taken its own network interface over here. So I assuming that 192.168.19.1 is my own IP address. So I'll just go ahead and try to ping it over here by typing ping 192.168.19.1. And since I can see that, as I told you in one of my previous tutorials when I was teaching you, that I can go ahead and gather information over here. I'll just go ahead and type Control Z and it stopped. So as you can see that it's getting a response time. That means the host is active. That means it's not yet dead. If it is dead, let's say for example, let's get an uptake and IP address which is not over here, so 3. So 192.168.19.3 is not over here. So if I try to ping this, I won't get any response over here. The reason being that it's not yet live. That means it's either shut down or it's not yet even there in the network. So since I know that this is operating system, I can try to go ahead and do some or the other thing. So what I would do as of now is I would just go ahead and try to gather information about the host of this operating system. That's 192.168.19.1. So officially speaking, I'll just go over here and try to run my command prompt over here and cmd. Okay, my Windows is a bit lagging as right now. Okay, looks like my Windows 7 installation is taking a lot of space. I'll just type cmd and I'll try to check my own IP configuration and let's see what we get. Okay, so as you can see, my IP address is 192.168.19.1 and that's the same thing that I have over here. So what now I need to gather information about my host computer. That means this operating system in which I'm running Windows 8, the name of the computer and the host domain name and all those things. So I'll just type nmap hyphen, I'll just click on nmap first and I'll show you what things we have. As you can see, if I type as a -a, then it will enable OS detection, version detection, and it will scan all the versions. But on the other hand, if I type a -o, it will just limit the OS detection to only that specific target. So I can also type the --OS GAN and I can gather more information, but I would just be requiring the -a version over here right now. So I'll just type nmap -a 192.168.19.1. I believe that was the IP address. Yeah, perfect. So I'll just go ahead and click on that and let's see what other information that we get over here. It will take a bit of time for you to get on with this, but once you get on, it's actually quite easier to understand. So now let's wait till, and also on the other hand, if you're not accustomed to using Nmap, you can also go ahead and use the Nmap as well, which I showed you in Windows. So I'll just go over here and I'll try to search the application. So I'll just type it over here as Nmap. Or what I could do in other case is that instead of me going over here all the other way around and searching Nmap, I would just go over here, open a new terminal and type Nmap over here itself, and it will probably start that, provided it is installed over here. So, and by default it comes installed in Kali Linux version. So as you can see, Nmap has started. So you can also use the Nmap version over here and a lot of other things. So I prefer using Nmap because that is much more sophisticated. Let this get completed over here, and by the time I'll just check where my Windows installation is up to. 70%, not bad. Okay,